What's up, guys? Welcome back to the TBH podcast with Wooly and Jake.
Welcome to episode 6.
Numero 6.
Man, we're climbing to that number 10. Can't wait for number 10. I don't know why. Number 10 is just going to be a big episode. I can feel it.
Double digits. Down for it.
10th birthday.
Yeah.
Guys, on today's episode, as you all know, unless you've been living under the biggest rock known to man, coronavirus is cruising around. Stay safe out there, guys, please.
Don't say coronavirus. You get demonetized.
Man, we're not monetized anyway, so
Yeah.
it's all good.
Fair enough.
We're not in it for the money, dude. Come on now.
Yeah, but then your algorithm gets stuffed up, so then people don't see the video.
That's true. Scratch that last bit.
Scratch that last bit. So unless you've all been living under a big old rock, there's a bit of an epidemic at the moment. So a bit hard to wary from that conversation, but try our best to throw some other things in there and have a chat about family, friends, and all that sort of good stuff.
We just had a good chat today about, general life stuff and, just being grateful for what you have and, shifting your focus, if things aren't going your way, shift your focus. Look up. There's plenty of it, you're closing off other doors, by being so closed-minded.
Yep.
I don't know. What did we talk about?
Talked about, man, what did we talk about?
Just being happy and healthy, I guess. It was a pretty chill
much.
episode.
Yeah, talked about family, talked about friends. Got get it off your chest on there. A couple of positive ones today. Haven't had a whole lot of negative lately.
No, we've been really good, eh? It's a good time of year, man. The season's changed. I feel like, do you feel like there's like a big shift in the air? Like something's gonna, like, I know like all the stuff's happening, but I feel like behind the scenes there's something else going on, and like,
yeah,
I don't know, there's just like a electricity in the air at the moment.
Yeah, a bit of a vibe at the moment. Everywhere you go. It's nice being outside at the moment though.
It's beautiful, man.
It's such a bummer that everyone's getting quarantined to their house, because even yesterday Ash and I just ate lunch out the back. We haven't done that in so long.
Beautiful, man. Eh?
So nice. Such a lovely day. Like, the weather's amazing.
So, get out there and listen to this podcast in your earphones. Go for a walk.
Take the dogs for a walk, or your cat, or your echidna, whatever pet you got.
Anyway, guys, enjoy the episode. We had heaps of fun filming it, so
yeah,
enjoy. Hello and welcome to episode 6.
Episode 6 already?
Yeah, mate.
Okay.
Well, last week was... It's going to be... we've fucked up. It's going to be confusing. We've got 4 on the audio. For those of you that don't know, we are now on iTunes or Apple Music and Spotify.
Anywhere you want to get your...
Oh, mate, it's a good feeling. We've got options.
Yeah, I like that.
We'd love giving you guys option. But yeah, so for all intents and purposes, episode 6 on YouTube. It'll be episode 6 on Spotify as well, but there'll only be 5 episodes. So
yeah,
you'll have to do some quick maths, people.
Yeah,
we believe in this.
Apologies for the audio on last week's. It was an oldie that we'd sort of done pre having a half decent setup. So we'd mucked around and tried to fix some levels on some mics and had no luck. So ended up having to use the audio from the GoPro itself.
Yeah, which is not the best.
No, it's not ideal, but unfortunately, you live with that sometimes.
It would have been good to have my little external mic for it and just have it on in case, but whatever. It's out there. It's there.
Got it all sorted now, bud.
You can still see our beautiful smiling faces on it.
Yeah. Lovely. Love it.
Apologies everyone for this one getting out late too, with all the shit going on around the world. Like,
yeah,
we said we were going to stay off topical stuff, but I mean, this is pretty
hard to stay off topic.
Yeah, this is history changing sort of stuff, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, what do you do? Like, it's nearly inescapable at this point now. So, for everyone out there, I hope you all stay safe. Look after your friends and family. That's
it. It's just a good reminder of what's really important, like, shit's going to go bad, businesses are going to have to pivot, things that were important before, like tourism and stuff, might have to change a bit. Like,
yeah,
tourism's only a new thing, really, like 40, 50 years old. Like, before flight became sort of accessible to everyone, what was tourism? It wasn't.
Yeah.
It's a new thing. So, yeah, it's going to take a hit, but we adapt, we change, and we'll keep doing it, eh?
Yeah, you got to book some of those cheap flights.
Yeah, well, there'll be some good deals getting around. Like, they want to be boosting that sort of stuff. So
yeah, I mean, you might be able to get $10 flights to Italy, but you ain't coming back.
Yeah.
Hope you got some money saved. Because if you go over,
hey, your wedding flights next year might end up being real cheap, bro.
Well, it's hard to know like what's going to happen in the next sort of 6 to 8 months. I mean, I've listened to a couple of different podcasts and people discussing sort of the extent of what's happening, and it's sort of a big unknown at the moment as to where we're going to be sitting in
6 months, a year's time.
Like, it's mind blowing for me. Just it sort of really hit home when the NBA stopped.
Yeah, you were just like, what?
Yeah, I'm like, excuse me. What do you
NBA,
mean?
what?
What do you mean they're not going to play any more games?
Rudy Gobert getting
some tensions in the locker room there. After him touching all the mics. Did you see all that?
No.
Oh, well, see, he was sick for a couple of days and made a joke at one of the post-game, or maybe it was a pre-game press conferences, and he walked around and touched all the mics.
Yeah, right.
Making a joke. And then Donovan Mitchell got sick and he got coronavirus as well. So
it really makes you think about, man, like just how like interconnected we all are through like you touch one doorknob handle, someone else touches it, they go and touch, like it wouldn't be hard to believe that like how many people indirectly you come in contact with just on an everyday basis. Go to Woolies, pick up fucking fruit and like trolleys, fucking like everything, man. Literally everything. Yeah, it's crazy.
You touch that keypad on the self-checkout at Woolies when you're putting in your PIN code for your debit card or whatever. Like, how many people touch that in a day, and how many people are they?
Yeah. How many people have been scratching their nether regions and coughing and snotty-nosed kids, and it's a wonder we're not more sick more often, to be honest. Like, I'm just like, how am I well?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, your immune system does a good...
Oh, crazy.
That's a big part of it. So
even me living in camp, man, I'm so conscious now. Like the amount of people running through that door daily, and I'm just like, oh.
Yeah.
I've been choosing my meal times real carefully.
Yeah, a lot of boys coming in and out of that room.
Yeah.
Getting food and...
Even like the room I stay in, like they're not cleaned that well.
Yeah, I mean, they're cleaned well enough. The sheets get changed, the floors get vacuumed, but aside from that, it's not like they're disinfecting doorknobs and stuff like that. So.
Yeah. Pretty crazy, but it kind of ties in well to today's topic, It sort of follows on from episode 5, the crappy audio one, when you'll get it off your chest about, taking your health for granted and able-bodied people, and we've both been crooked the last week and a half, I guess, or
about
who knows if we have it or not, but like you just don't know. Like,
do you know how to get tested? You actually have to go to the hospital.
Well, apparently they're going to set up drive-through testing.
Okay, what, here?
I think so, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, so it'll just be a matter of going through, someone in a bio seat will just do the thing, and then you're from your car, so they must just stick something in your ear, or I think I read it on Facebook. It was a link to it from a half credible source. So
okay.
You don't know, man. Like there's that much crap flying around. Like you read one thing and then you read something totally contradictory, and you're just like, I don't know what to believe.
The thing that I heard the other day that was wild about it was the people on the cruise ships that they did a heap of testing on them, and the people that weren't showing symptoms had 10 times the amount of bacteria in their throat as the people that did have the virus.
Wow.
So even these people that didn't show symptoms that were just carrying
carriers,
had so much in their throat that just breathing near them, you could have got it from them.
That's so wild, man.
Yeah.
It's almost like their system's like denied it, so it's like just stored up waiting.
It's just dormant, just waiting for
It's so wild, man. It's really blown me away. But it has made me grateful for when I'm feeling pretty good today. Just still a bit snotty and all that sort of crap, and but the more I get out and about, the better I feel. If I just sit at home doing nothing, I seem to like that roll-on effect, like we were talking earlier.
Yeah, I mean, you feel bad about it, and you're going to feel bad. So you just sort of, you got to push through a little bit. It's sort of hard to get out when, I feel like I've just had the flu, and that's about it. But because everyone's so wary at the moment, I'm wary about just going out in public myself now. Chances be that I have contracted it,
Yeah, we don't know. You got no idea, eh?
Yeah, like the hospital testing's a little bit overkill, and I've just been steering clear.
Well, I don't think you'd be able to get into a GP or anything at the moment anyway, and that's really that's the one place you wouldn't want to be going. if you're unless like
Yeah.
like why would you go somewhere where there's been more people likely to have
The symptoms involved fatigue and dizziness.
Yeah, and shortness of breath.
Shortness of breath and
Yeah.
stuff. I've had none of that. I've
Yeah,
just had like
neither.
a flu.
Yeah.
So I haven't sort of been too concerned because I haven't showed any symptoms of the virus itself. So.
Yeah, and funny enough, like it's happened on the season change too. Like, man, the weather has changed so drastically. Like, how much cooler does it feel outside and stuff? It's wild.
It's good. I like it.
Yeah, it's a nice change.
I'm excited for winter. We've had a long hot summer. So.
Oh, it's been disgusting.
But yeah, no, like you're saying, definitely feels good to get out and about and start doing stuff again.
Yeah, just having little wins around the house and stuff, like getting cleaning up and making beds and just the little things. That's getting back to the basics.
Yeah,
has helped a lot.
It's not something that that I can say that I do every day, but getting up in the morning and making your bed's a big part of starting your day off the right way. Normally, because Ash is still asleep when I get up.
Fair excuse.
Makes it hard to make the bed.
Make your half of the bed.
Yeah, but that's definitely something now that I'm on roster trying to do when I'm on days off is if I do get up and I go to have a shower, once I've had a shower, I have a cup of coffee, I make the bed, and I start out my plan for the day and what I'm going to do. It sort of helps me get into the right mind frame. Otherwise you end up, the bed's half made, I'll just lay down, and then you lay down, and then before you know it, it's 10 o'clock, and then you've done nothing with the day, and then you're all lethargic because you've been laying around and doing nothing. So, it stops you from sort of being lazy because it's pretty easy to do when you're on days off to just sort of kick around and get nothing done.
And then especially when you're sick, you sort of trick yourself. You go, oh, it's okay to, you're sick, like go relax. And it's apparently I read somewhere it was one of the worst things. Like they still recommend to keep exercising and stuff like that. Like don't go bust your gut, obviously. But I think that was one thing that really annoyed me when I got sick was like that weekend I'd played squash like 3 times, went swimming twice in the space of like 4 days, and I was feeling super fit. Yeah. And then, but like I was eating really bad at the same time. Yeah. So I don't know if it was a big mix of my body just going like, whoa, you're being a psycho right now, just calm down. And it's just my immune system was just going like, we got nothing. Yeah. And then bang, I was just crook overnight. I was like, holy shit.
Diet's such a crucial thing, hey? Like what the old you are what you eat. How long's that been around for? But I mean, it's really true. You eat shit, you feel like shit. So, it's definitely got a lot to do with it. I think you can exercise all you want, but if you're still eating KFC and Macca's and whatever else,
that's it, man. You can have the hottest, fastest car getting around, but if you're throwing the wrong fuel in it, you ain't gonna go nowhere, is it?
That's it. So
yeah, it's a bit of a lesson there. So very good lesson about taking my health for granted, and I definitely won't be anymore. That's for sure. Like. If I'm ever looking for a bit of inspiration to feel good, I can just look at myself and go like, well, you're healthy and you're happy at the moment. So what more do you need, sort of thing? It's been a real good reminder, of what's important and what's not, having all this wild stuff happening in the world.
Yeah. I've been enjoying the gym lately, been getting out there. I don't think I'm anywhere close to being able to play sport again. If you did listen to the last podcast, obviously I was talking about my shoulder and some dramas that I've had with that. It's something that that has weighed on me a lot for a long time as to whether to get a reconstruction or not. You get a shoulder reconstruction, 12, 16 weeks of being out of action and not being able to move it. So it's one of those things that's pretty hard. I haven't had any dislocations since we spoke about it then. I've had tweaks and stuff like that when I've been in.
You haven't done anything to aggravate it?
No.
Like nothing, quick movements and...
I don't play sport apart from golf.
See, that's where weight training is probably all right because it's a controlled environment. It's like you're prepared, what's going to happen, whereas sports...
Yeah. So when I did go to the physio... she sort of moved my arm into a place where it could dislocate if it was going to dislocate. And with slow, controlled movements, it wouldn't. It was only quick, awkward situations where it would dislocate. Whether I'd be like leaning under a bench, backwards or something like that, and it'd pop out. So it was
so wild to me.
Yeah, it was.
I've never broken or dislocated any, one finger in my life, so just hearing you say it so casually, like just leaning under a desk, makes me so frightened to like walk down a set of stairs, bro.
Yeah, you sort of become accustomed to it.
That's
man.
wild.
It's one of those things a little bit weird. Same as my knees. Like, I think you were at the footy training when I did my second knee. Were you there that day?
I was, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I was right. Oh, I was at the other end of the ground, I think.
Yeah, it's sort of something you just become accustomed to, which is really bad to say.
It is. That's just, it just blows my mind. I was like,
yeah, playing a lot of sports through my childhood. I'd played everything I could. I was playing golf on Sunday mornings, cricket on Sunday afternoons, soccer on Saturday mornings, and then football Saturday mornings after soccer. So I can remember like
that's wild.
Taking my socks off and my shin pads and then putting my football socks on in the car on the way from the soccer grounds to the football grounds. And then I played basketball 3 to 4 times a week, plus all the trainings for all those sports. We lived just down the road from Magpies at the time.
Yeah, yeah.
So I used to ride my push bike to training, and I'd do cricket training, football training, soccer training, basketball training, just lived and breathed sports as a kid. But my God, did it take a toll on my body.
Yeah, it must have, man.
Sort of something that my parents, looking back, if it was my kid, I'd be like, all right, you got to pick one.
That too, and you don't really focus on the warm down and aspect of it as
what's
kids.
Lactic acid, what's diet, what's any of that sort of stuff. It was just, I ate heaps of pasta and carbs and, lots of just food that isn't bad for you, but it's not that great for your body, especially if you're doing that much activity.
Yeah.
I used to eat heaps of chockies and lollies and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Too.
It was just whatever, just get it in, get it down. And anything's fuel when you're a kid, eh?
Yeah. With mum and dad's business too, we always had junk food always from their business because they had a food wholesaling business. So we used to just eat whatever. We had a friggin' a whole ice cream freezer in our shed full of Buffalo Bills and Magnums and Haverhearts. And
I wouldn't be alive today if I had access to something like that.
My mates used to come over when I was a kid and they'd be like, what's this? I'd be like, oh, go hardest. I've eaten 10 Buffalo Bills in the last week. I can't even look at another one.
Oh, mate.
But yeah, doing all that sort of stuff as a kid definitely took a toll on my body. I'm just hoping that in the next sort of 10 to 15 years, the medical research with stem cells and that sort of stuff sort of gets to a point where I don't need to get a reconstruction because at the moment I can still work, I can still live my life, I can still go to the gym.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't play basketball, but, I get a kick out of golf and, it's a challenging enough sport that I'm never going to be able to master it.
I think you just in those situations, you just need to sort of pivot and just, find another interest or find something that you are able to do and make the most of it, because like you said, I'm skeptical of surgeries and stuff nowadays. I know, they do work, I know, but it's a lot of, I don't know. There's a lot goes into it.
Yeah.
It's how long are you off work if you have a shoulder reco?
A long time.
Yeah, just to have a chance at playing basketball
10,
again and to not
weeks.
and a chance at not having that injury again.
But
what's the statistics on people reoffending?
It's 90% not gonna work. 90% of the time, shoulder reconstructions
Not gonna work.
don't work.
Don't bother them.
So it's not really worth my time. Reason being is once you've damaged that cartilage in the shoulder joint, it's never going to be the same. They can't re-add cartilage. So it's like a socket that a ball sits in your shoulder. And once you've dislocated it, you break away the cartilage and the bone in that socket.
Yeah. So
and
you can put the bone back in place, but there's no cartilage there.
You can't. You can't put bone back in. There's no way of adding more bone. The only way is stem cell injections is the body to regenerate. So that's why you see Tom Brady and the likes of those sort of guys going over to Germany, getting shot up with stem cells, getting that cartilage or the ligaments.
So hopefully in the next few years it becomes more accessible to general public and stuff like that.
It got a really bad rap because of the US government banned all stem cell research. They just blanket banned all of it, said, nah, we don't want it. Don't want stem cells. You're messing with the God gene or whatever it is.
Yeah.
So they just blanket banned it. And in the last couple of years, they've lifted that ban. So now that they've lifted that, the research is starting to catch up with, because it was only in Germany and Russia and that sort of stuff where they were able to do the testing.
Yeah. Those back alley dock stations, mate. Yeah. I could so picture it too. It'd be like a little Chinese front store or something. It'd be like some code word and be like, shut the shop down, press the button, everything flips around. Yeah. So, that's cool, man. But it does. I mean, you've made the shift pretty good. I don't feel like you're too bummed out about not being able to play.
No. I mean,
you're getting to that age now where it's kind of like, like, what are you really getting out of it sort of thing?
yeah, I mean, it's fun. It's a good way to stay fit.
True.
Aside from that, that's sort of where it's at the moment. I'm never going to compete at a high level. So, you know, I'm only going to be as good as what I am now. And that's not real great. So.
Yeah.
But
live vicariously through your children, mate.
Oh,
that's my advice.
That's the aim. Yeah, that's the aim. No, but obviously, but like when we did talk about getting it off your chest, that was something that was troubling me at the time. That's not something that's troubling me anymore.
Yeah.
So, sort of learned to deal with it. Found another avenue to sort of pursue a passion in something sporting. So, and golf's one of those things. It's a game for life. You know, you can play it until how old do you see people?
My boys
golf
still, old man. Some of those old boys getting around. Yeah, it's wild.
I see some old guys out there. They're in their 70s and 80s and that, and they're still hitting golf balls. And you know,
great sport.
Yeah, it's something that you can play for the rest of your life. So
it's pretty blown away. I come back home this swing and you set up a frigging golf course in the backyard.
Yeah, Warwick and I got a bit bored on the weekend. Mowed a pitch out, put some cups in.
Man, it honestly looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
Like, I had a bit of a walk around there yesterday, and I'm like, oh, this would work. This is cool. Like,
yeah, it was a bit of fun, mate.
Yeah.
We listened to the countdown because they had the
100 of all time. What got number one?
Tame Impala. No, I don't know. I'd have to play it for you.
Okay, I do know Tame Impala. I just can't think of the song that comes to mind.
If you heard it.
Yeah, I'd like to think so.
Yeah,
I've been under a rock this whole time.
Yeah. No, so we just listened to the countdown, had a kick around in the backyard, chip some golf balls around. And,
yeah,
no, it was good, man. It's a good way to sort of kick it at home and not have to go out and spend money and you know, not socialise when everyone's in quarantine and who knows
oh man,
what's getting around at the moment. So
it's crazy. Like we kind of consider ourselves lucky because we were meant to go to the States and the Caribbean in a month's time.
Yeah,
and so all that's been cancelled.
Yeah,
and
did you get insurance back on all
so
insurance,
like
cover all that?
Dad, like it was all done through my old boy, and he's some things were straight away, other things like the Golf Masters, which is probably the most expensive part of the holiday, they've postponed it.
Yeah, right.
And it's sort of their way of going like, no, it's still on, but we're just doing it at a later date, so they're not giving refunds. And that's like
rough.
Ridiculous amounts of money to go to those events. Like they're just, and plus he was playing there as well. Like,
was he going to play out?
Yeah, after I think.
Yeah, right.
Not during, but after or before, one of the two. I can't remember where, but
I think before is normally when most people play is beforehand.
Well, I thought it was after because they don't rip up the course and stuff.
They move tee boxes and stuff.
Okay.
And they'll have like matted tee boxes, and they'll give you like a AstroTurf mat that you carry around, like a small one.
Yeah.
And you just put that down, pick your ball up, put it on the mat, and then you hit off the mat.
That makes sense.
Hitting off the fairways.
Yeah, that makes sense.
From majority of the stuff that I've seen anyway, it's been people playing beforehand rather than after.
But yeah, like our cruise ship was cancelled, so that was like the first. Yeah, I think it was cancelled up until like 5 days before or something. So that stuff that.
Yeah.
And then then anyway, Dad's just gone, we're just going to cancel the whole lot, and I'll get back what I can, sort of thing, because they were staying on there for months afterwards too. So there's all that stuff to think about.
Yeah.
That's just real wild. But I was hoping to be real frantic, but he kind of sat back and was like, well, look, at least we're not over there while this happened, for starters.
Yeah.
Like that would have just been a nightmare, like trying to get back and quarantine, especially me for work.
Yeah.
But like my sister was meant to move to Canada after the holiday, so they've moved out of the house, sold all their furniture.
Yeah, right.
The house has got tenants now, so it's not like they can just move back in.
Yeah.
So Mum and Dad are sort of stuck with my sister and her family at the moment.
Yeah.
Which has been good. Like they're, you know, my family's like we all get along really well. So
yeah.
But Dad just said, look, at least we're all here together. We're all happy, healthy.
Yep.
And he's like, money's money at the end of the day, and it's easy for him in his position to sort of say that, but like it's still hard-earned money. Like they don't have an income anymore. They're retired, so it's not like it's an endless amount.
So in Italy, did you know the government is now put a cease on all mortgages?
I have all mortgages, electricity.
Yeah.
Car regos, I think, is another one.
Surely they can't just like shut the borders, cut people off, tell people they can't go to work, and expect people to still pay their mortgages. And
it's pretty wild, man.
And electricity.
I think the Australian government's looking into that, because this is my take on it. I think if they put too many things in place too quickly, it will send people into a panic.
Yeah.
So, if they all of a sudden they just go, righto, no one's traveling, no one's doing this, no one's doing that.
Yeah.
From nothing. Like, we've sort of had no, like, I thought, like, in these sort of cases, like, you get emergency text. Like, every time there's a cyclone, you get everyone gets a text message like, this is what to do. There's been none of that.
Yeah. The Australian government seems so not blasé, but so unprepared for it.
Yeah. I think they're just collating as much information as they can.
Yeah.
And, like, they're doing stuff behind the scenes. It'd be ignoramus to think that they're not.
Yeah, but like the things that they're
just not telling everyone.
The things that they have done, like they gave a $750 grant or $750 cash to all new start, like pretty much everyone on the dole got $750 cash. What for? Like, what about all the people that have jobs that need an income or have gotten sick and have had to stay at home, or people that like? This is the thing that Ash was probably worried about most, is when do people stop going to dentists and chiropractors and physios and that? Because, you don't want to go see someone that's like face to face, because what if they're sick? What if the person that saw them before you was sick? Like, what's going to happen with her? She's a contractor, so it's sort of a bit of a hard time at the moment, and the Australian government sort of needs to pull their finger out and start communicating a little bit more with everyone and figuring out what
that's
the hell
the thing.
they're
Like,
do.
there's, that those sort of things are hard to answer, but like you said, easy to implement situations would just be, okay, let's just suspend mortgages.
Yeah,
help you financially before things happen.
Yeah, exactly.
And then people have the choice to be wise with their money.
Yeah.
So there's always going to be some onus on the individual to, not be an idiot like me buying $500 worth of PC gear today, but
yeah, but necessary for the poddy.
Yeah, but it would be nice. I think WA's done something sort of like that where you can apply. It's like sort of with like how the cyclone, there was like a thing you applied.
Yeah, I know that they have got the $25,000 small business grant for them to pay their staff. But being a sole trader and working for herself, I don't know what sort of position that puts Ash in. So, something that we're trying to work out at the moment, but
just wait until it happens, sort of thing, I guess.
Yeah.
Work from home.
Well, can't really. Not like you can adjust people from over the phone.
No, that's right.
And it's sort of sucky.
I mean, it's a clean, sterile environment, I think Warwick was at the physio yesterday, and there was some big deal about someone who they thought may or may not have had it come in there, and they did some process where he went in through the back door and they screened him, and they fully wiped down and had a separate room that was for people that thought they might have had it and stuff like that. So
so people have taken their own measures.
I mean, at the moment, I think we're in the same place Italy was 20 days ago. So cases are rising, but we've got information now because Italy's had, someone before us has sort of got hit really hard. Yeah. And we're not densely populated like Italy is. So we've got that on our side. We got a lot warmer weather there, and they're coming just out of their winter. Yeah. That never helps. Yeah. We're taking just reducing your contact is enough. If you're going to catch it, you're going to catch it. They think 60% of people are going to contract it or something ridiculous, or what? I don't know. Just reduce your contact, and that's all you can do, and keep going to work. Be smart with your money, and
wash your hands.
Appreciate the things you have, and appreciate the people you have around you. And
well, that's it.
That's the main message I think from all this, is just be really appreciative of what you do have.
Yeah,
we are so lucky in this country.
Yeah,
probably one of the luckiest countries at the moment for just everything. Really, it's crazy. Super fortunate.
Yeah. Oh, it's definitely a good time to make that phone call to your mum. Check on her, see how she's doing. Call your dad if you can, see how he's doing. Call your grandparents if you can, see how they're doing. Go check on them. Yeah, make sure they're doing okay. Like you're saying, your biggest concern at the moment is, and your old man's concern is being happy and healthy with the family. So it's probably sort of the overlying thing here is to appreciate the family, appreciate your friends, and
definitely, bro.
Yeah,
I look at it this way: when something like this happens, I just think that we've avoided something even worse further down the track. If we had gone over there, who knows what would happen.
Yeah.
And I just look at it that way, and it's just an easy way to, I guess, trick myself into just going like, hey, it's not the end of the world. And it's not. It's just something that's happened, and we've adapted, and, you know, we'll go have a better holiday later.
Yeah.
As a family, you know. No big deal.
No, definitely not. Yeah, just something to look forward to further down the track now instead of in a month's time.
You know, it's probably going to free up funds for things I might need
in the meantime.
Now, yeah.
Yeah.
Which is true. Like, I did have money put away for the holiday, and I can use that for other stuff. Fixing my house up or whatever.
Yeah.
Got more choices now. It's great.
Yeah.
I'm loving it.
House is going good. Got up for rent.
Yeah, the hot water system failed, so I'm getting that fixed at the moment. So they've been without hot water for 5 weeks, 5 days.
Yeah,
the tenants.
Yeah, okay.
So
getting the old woolly cold showers.
Mate, I went without 3 months in that house without hot water at one stage.
That's rough.
During winter too, it was pretty rough.
Yeah, that's garbage. I'd be boiling water, 5 pots of water on the stove, and then running a bath of cold water and putting them in there.
Plug like 18 kettles into your house at once.
Yeah.
That'd be a quick way to destroy everything.
Yeah. Oh, no, I couldn't do it.
Yeah, it was... Hey, I adapted.
Yeah.
I mean, I was away for work a lot too, so my roommates probably copped it more than I did. Like, they were home every night in the middle of winter.
Yeah. You'd feel refreshed getting out.
Oh, you'd feel something, that's for sure.
Probably
wouldn't feel anything for the next 3 hours. You'd be that numb.
Yep.
God.
And I mean, that's having a house, but isn't it? There's always something that's breaking or something that needs to be fixed or a bill that needs to be paid.
Yeah, but...
Sort of part of having a property.
The end goal's pretty rewarding, man.
Yeah. That's it.
It's got to look towards that.
Yeah.
Speaking of goals, my goal board's been going good at home.
Yeah. I see a little whiteboard up there on the board.
Yeah, so I just sort of check in every couple of days, and I'll just scan through it and go, oh, I've done that, or oh, no, I don't need to do that anymore, wipe it off, or, you know, I'll put a big tick to it and leave it up for a few days so I'll see those ticks.
Yep. That's nice, ticking stuff off.
Yeah, so we've sort of split it up. Well, I've got one half, Warwick's got one half, and then we've got like a bit at the bottom where it's like stuff for his house, or, you know, like building the herb garden or clean the shed, or just things that anyone can sort of go and have a crack at if they're bored.
Yeah.
Basically, there's no excuse for me to be bored. You know, if I'm laying around, milling around doing nothing, it's because I've chosen to do that. It's not
do nothing.
Yeah, not for lack of things to do.
Yeah.
You know, there's always, I've got heaps of footage there to edit, like Christmas videos and things that I want to do for the family, like edit a Christmas video, and I just haven't even started yet. So it's what are you doing, mate? Get off the couch.
Yeah.
You got options.
Yeah. Plenty of stuff to do.
Yeah.
No, that's good, man. I like it.
But no, it's good to be back in the chair, mate. Apologies to everyone for, you know, not getting it out as soon as possible, but a lot of shit's been going down, so
yeah, it's been a bit hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of been getting our affairs in order, and
yeah. Well,
it's good to have time to hang out again, and
yeah, well, that's probably the biggest thing too. We haven't really had much time to hang out yet lately either.
Played golf the other week. That was about it.
Yeah. Tied round.
That was a loose round.
Yeah, it was good.
Pulled my finger out towards the end there and hit some big shots.
We dropped the ball literally on the last
I don't know
hole.
what you two did.
Oh, it was like 6 off the tee.
Yeah, that did hurt. That was rough. We capitalised on, like, if they make one mistake, we just got to hammer him, bro.
Yeah.
Warwick had given up, basically.
Oh, mate, he'd given up all hope. It was funny because, like, the first couple of holes, it took me a while to warm up, I'm not going to lie. The first couple of holes was terrible. Robbie was carrying the team hard for us. And yeah, it's sort of, Warwick was all chirp, all shit talk. Was loving feeding me shit. And then by the 4th hole, I think he didn't say a word until the 9th.
There was a lot of tensions in the camp at that time. It was just a lot of head shaking and, what are you doing, mate? Like, pull your finger out. Have a crack, will ya?
That was good. It was good to get out with the guys and have a hit.
Yeah. Should almost I was almost going to recommend a hit today, man. It would have been lush.
Well, Ashland's got the driving range this up, I think.
Righto. Are they open Tuesdays? I don't think so.
Are they?
No, Monday, Tuesdays. I'm going tomorrow. I bought my dad a membership for his birthday to the driving range.
For the driving range?
Yeah.
How much is it?
150, man, and you pay $2.
Yeah.
So I think you have to go about 30 times.
I'd do that easy.
So that's what, once every 2 weeks, basically.
I'd do that easy.
Yeah. So it's worthwhile.
Yeah, right.
So $2 buckets.
Right.
So
There you go. Might have to look into that.
Yeah, I mean, like if you bring a friend, you can't piggyback off it, but
Nah.
it's a $2 bucket. Between two of you, it could be $6. You know, if you just go halves and sort of thing.
Yeah.
Good fun, man.
Yeah. Right.
Johnny Hoy's a good bloke. Get down there and support him. He's a pretty relaxed dude.
Good
Like,
local guy.
yeah, he's pretty chill.
Yeah, he loves coming down.
And he'll come around and have a look and give you tips and
Yeah.
come check out your clubs and
Yeah.
he's a cool dude.
Yeah, definitely. I always give him a bit of shit when he tries to get on the range. So I always go late Wednesday afternoons and there's normally no one there.
Yeah.
So normally he's waiting for me, so he'll just grab his bag and come out and hit a couple of balls next to me.
Does he?
Yeah, I always give him a bit of shit when he's hitting them. If he hits a bad one. Doesn't happen often, but
Yeah.
but when it does, I'd make sure I give it to him.
Been giving Dad curry lately. He's been trying to change his swing to get more height.
Oh,
And I mean,
no good.
there's 40 something years of
yeah.
repetition and
Oh,
built
yeah.
into that. So it's,
Changing your swing's always the undoing of all good.
Well, I think it's done me a little bit of good.
Yeah.
I mean, I've still got the ugliest swing getting around, but it works sometimes.
yeah. Yeah, when they come off, they look good. Mate,
Yeah.
the round we played the other weekend, you hit some of the best shots I think I've ever seen you hit, ever, which is good.
That was good
Getting those
fun.
lessons.
This is slowly turning into a golf podcast, but
Oh,
I'm
mate.
totally fine with that. Just a bit of a shout out to you good people out there too. We've had some, I had a little email from YouTube today. There was like 16 hours of us watched over the last month and, 5 new subscribers. I sort of did some comparisons to like super famous YouTube channels now that, in their first year, the majority have about 10 to 20 subscribers, and we've hit that in 2 months. So, thumbs up to all you guys out there. And, we've got it on audio now. So a lot of people hit me up and said like, oh, look, if you put it on Spotify and Apple, I can listen to it at work and stuff. YouTube's a bit annoying. And it is because you've got to have it open.
Yeah, I know.
And, your boss cruises past. It's like, what's that? It's like, well...
Yeah, no, it'd be good. I think getting it on the Apple Podcasts, I mean, that's where I listen to all my podcasts. So I think it'll do good getting it on there so people can listen to it on their commute to work in their car or, through some headphones while they're at work or...
And I did a bit of testing. It's super easy to find. Just type in, to be honest, start typing Wooly and Jake after it.
Yep.
It's the only one that pops up. Pops straight up. So it's good. There's 4 episodes on there. I've listened to just sort of scrub through a bit of them. The audio sounds really good.
Yeah.
Nice. There's a few ads in there, I think, through the hosting site. That's part of it is being free. Is that I can have unlimited uploads, or we can have unlimited uploads. But there'll be an ad in there. But
so do we have to do? This is another ad read. Like, do we have to say when the ad reads are going to be, or does it just pause?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I haven't listened to a full thing, but someone can be a guinea pig and let me know.
Yeah.
But it's good, man. Things are moving in the right direction, and we're enjoying it.
Yeah,
it's getting easier. Like it's just a matter of bang bang, hit buttons, and we're away now. Like it's good.
I think the ease of the setup now, like literally, we just hit that red button and
the rest is done. We just got to sit here and talk shit.
have a bit of a yarn. Apologies if we do waffle on a little bit sometimes. I know we get a little bit off topic, but
that's real life, eh?
Yeah, pretty much. It's pretty straight to the point. One thing we haven't done today.
Get it off.
Yeah, get it off. Get it off your chest, mate.
Mine was just about being grateful for feeling well and, just having good friends around me. And, I noticed so severely last week at work, like how quickly my thoughts can change to really negative. And I know I was super aware of it, and it was so hard to combat when I was just feeling down. Like I'd go to work, I'd go lay in bed, sleep for like 12 hours, go eat, sleep for another 6 hours, go to work, and it was really hard to be positive because I'm like, man, like is this going to end? Like, you one question and just bang bang, just sitting there watching YouTube on my phone, like had nothing else to do.
Yeah, and
then I think by the 5th or 6th day, I was like, nah, stuff this. Got up, turned my computer on, put our podcast in application for the Apple and Spotify, did all the descriptions. I spent like probably 5-6 hours just sort of going through, tidying stuff up, and, we got accepted, and I was like, oh my God, I did something. Like,
yeah, that's awesome, man.
And so that was the trick, was just get up and do something.
Yeah.
Don't wallow in your,
I
still feel sick, but, at least I accomplished something.
Yeah.
So, that was mine for the week, man. It was a be super grateful for when you are healthy, because
it's shit when you're not.
we take it for granted a lot.
Yeah, it's funny, like, even just being able to breathe properly through your nose, right?
Oh, man.
Like, how good's being able to breathe properly?
Mate.
But when she's full of boogers.
I can't even drive in my car because I got to have the windows down because the aircon's busted. And, man, as soon as I do, man, allergies start flaring up. I'm getting phlegmy, just cruising. Like, driving home from work at like 9 o'clock or 8 o'clock the other night was murder.
Yeah.
Absolute murder.
You know, it's funny you say, like, with your allergies playing up. I've
never had allergies until now. As a kid, no allergies.
Always had allergies real bad when
Did
I was a kiddo. Yeah, always had real bad hay fever. You know what the worst time of year is? Is normally when we come in. Normally when we come into winter and we start the crush, and all the cane starts getting crushed.
Yeah.
Oh, you want to hear a boy sneeze?
Yeah.
I'll get up and sneeze like 10 times every morning.
One of the ex-girlfriends had like eczema and stuff, and when we were living in that early house right behind the cane field, man, she dreaded that time of year. It was murder for her. Yeah. Sneezing and carrying on.
Yeah.
But man, I've never sneezed more than twice up until about a few years ago. And now I get massive fits of just bang, 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 and I'm like, holy shit.
Yeah, I normally get it when I wake up. I sort of grew out of it, so I had it a lot worse when I was a kid.
Okay.
And I've gotten better as I've gotten older. Which,
damn it,
go figure. Go figure.
I know I'm getting worse. Damn it, I'm off this.
Yeah. Nah. But the only time, mostly. Worst time of year is when the cane starts getting crushed, man. It normally kills me. Nearly, yeah.
Welcome to Mackay.
Yeah, pretty much. Oh, it's a lovely place.
What about you, mate? You got something to get off your chest this week?
Oh, mate, I'm in a pretty good place at the moment. Pretty thankful. We had our engagement party a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, that's right. The last podcast was filmed before it. Yeah, that was a really good time, man. I must say, it was all like. You guys put in such a good effort. Like it was, everything ran smoothly. It was nice. It was
everyone seemed
close.
Like they had a good time.
Probably spread coronavirus to everyone unknowingly, but whatever.
No, you got up and did a little speech, which I was pretty thankful for, mate. It was really nice. It was good to hear. Even like my old man commented on how good it was. And he's not really one full of compliments, so. It was nice to have him say that he really enjoyed it. And
I was actually really impressed with what you said too, man. I think you, because you're not really one for getting on a microphone in front of a heap of people.
No, I don't mind this because it's just me and you.
Yeah, you sort of forget it, the camera's on and stuff.
Yeah, but
you get that massive adrenaline rush in front of a crowd. And
see, we talked about emotions, right? Was that on the episode?
The last one just released.
Yeah, so that was on the Bad Audio one.
Yeah,
where we sort of spoke about when I proposed and how like I couldn't even talk. I was at like. Fucking crying, a little bitch. But like, happily, like as a coordinator at work, could stand in front of the entire company, tell everyone what they should be doing, could not waver in the slightest.
No emotions involved whatsoever. No.
But as soon as it's sentimental, oh man, I'm a fucking mess.
Yeah,
like I'm gonna cry my ass off on my wedding day. I just know that's a fact. That's why there's only like 40 people coming.
Yeah. It's good. At least I know you've got a soul, bro.
Yeah.
People who don't cry on their wedding day have no soul, I reckon.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just like I cried at Geordie's wedding.
Yeah.
Like, man, it's just, it means, it stuff that means something to me.
Yeah.
I get emotional about it.
I think it's just so confusing because you're used to sharing emotions in like, only between one person generally.
Yeah.
It's easy to share emotions because, you feed off each other and stuff. When there's a whole room of people, like even when I got up and spoke the other night, like I'm thinking, I'm like, oh, this will be easy. I'm used to speaking in front of a microphone and stuff now. And then I got up there and the adrenaline was just pumping and everything went blurry. Like I couldn't pick a face out.
Yeah.
I sort of I just let my vision go blurry and I just sort of pretended I was speaking to myself, I guess, or, pretended I was just speaking to you guys or, sort of removed myself from the situation. I don't know. It was weird to explain and I definitely understand where you're coming from. I don't remember a word I sort of said. I just sort of just spoke from the heart and just went from there. And
no, it's good.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Unreal. I had such a good time, man. It was so awesome having so many people from different parts of my life, all in the same room.
Yeah.
I was running like a headless chook, but man, I had a good time just seeing, people that I've met in other parts of the world were there.
Yeah, man, that was cool. They were really cool people too.
To have people like that and then the guys that I work with and then, some of my closest mates from when I was a child and all my family.
Just all these different people from different walks of life, and they probably all know a different aspect of you. You know, like they might remember you from that time, and you know, and that's what I like about not seeing people for so long is you see how much they've grown and shifted and changed, and you know, it's good to look back and remember how they were, but it's also good to see how far you've come as well.
Yeah, exactly.
I think that was one thing I sort of noticed. You know, like just speak. You know, just I was trying to mix around with different people, and you know, like, oh, how do you know Ashley and Jake, and like, you know, just ask them little questions about you and stuff. And it's good to get people's perspective, and it was really cool. I was fucking exhausted after it, but
mate, I was
the social. Like you're pretty similar to me. Like you need to sort of go and recharge, you know, alone. Go isolate yourself and just.
Oh man,
mate, I think for the next week I was sort of like decompressing all the conversations I'd had, and so it took me a long time to recover from it, but it was a sick night. Yeah, it was a good night. No, so that's my get off your chest, man. I'm real thankful that you did a nice little speech, mate. Thanks,
appreciate it. I think it'd be good on the wedding day to get a couple of boys up. Yeah, you know, have a couple of them speak and do some nice little speeches.
Definitely, man. We've got a few ideas in the pipeline for what we'll do, like even fun little things, and you know, mix it in with a bit of seriousness, and it's gonna be good, man. I'm really looking forward to the closeness of it, like 40 people, and just you know the one super long table, and it's gonna be pretty cool.
Yeah, man, I love those.
How did the photos turn out from the engagement party? Have you seen them all yet? Like the album?
Oh yeah,
the selfie album.
We can have a look at that later.
Mate,
it's pretty good.
Yeah, that's so cool. It was such a good idea.
Yeah.
I seen one of your guests had one of the windy cameras, and I thought that'd be a good idea too.
Camera.
Yeah, even at your wedding, just have like 10 of them along the table and just let people go nuts, and probably be a few inappropriate photos in there. I might go take it to the toilet or something, but give you a little surprise.
Yeah, when
little full moon.
Yeah, get them all printed out. There's one of Woolie's ass cheeks, just blown up. Love it.
It's gonna happen, mate. Yeah, it's inevitable.
Yeah, no, so pretty lucky.
Yeah, man. No, you've got a good
good sport network of friends and family, man.
I think Ash's dad has summed that good. I don't think there's ever been a room of good-looking people as that, and it was so true, man. Like everyone just looked absolutely unreal.
Oh, mate,
like,
everyone was dressed up nicely.
You know, like I felt like an 8 cruising around there, just like getting lifted to that level. It was awesome.
Yeah, it was awesome, man. So good. And I mean, you know, that's something that Ash and I probably pride ourselves on is you know, always being the best that we can be. So, you know, it's nice to have those friends in that support network that also want to be the best that they
best
can
versions
be
of themselves.
Yeah. So,
man.
you know,
well, you attract that sort of thing, do you? You attract what you chase.
Yeah. And, you know, I might have those days where I'm not up for being the best that I can be. And it's nice to have those friends and family that still can help lift you up.
Yeah.
You know, so that's why it's crucial to have such a good family and friend network, man.
Yeah. Oh man, it was such a good vibe. Like there was no tension in the air. There was no like, even like just speaking to someone you don't even know. There's no awkwardness. It was just like, hey, what do you do? It's like, what are you up to? What do you like doing? Like, what's your life about? How are you treating people these days? Like, it was, everyone just seems to be on this positive bandwagon, man. It's just easy to keep cruising through now because everyone's just like, there's no anchors around. It was bizarre, really. Like, there's always usually that one person, you know, in the corner sulking or whatever. But it was cool.
That's good, man. Glad you guys had a good time.
I did, man. It was good to hang out with Reese too. Like, got to spend like a whole weekend with him.
Yeah, that was nice having him come from Briz.
It was, man. Yeah,
Timmy
boy ended up staying at my place that night. Gave him my bed.
I locked him out by accident.
That was so funny.
Poor lad.
Mate, I was waiting for the police to come rocking up at your place because there was like 4 of us like circling your house with flashlights trying to bust into the place, and I'm in the car with it running, and I'm like, this is so sus.
Yeah.
Cause I was like the only sober one, so I was like, this is super sus. I'm like, wait, boys, let's go, eh?
We'll just
Dogs are barking. There was lights were coming on next door, and I'm like, let's go. It's like midnight. Like, come on, boys, what are we doing here?
Yeah,
we need to tighten up.
That's good. I love it.
It's super fun. That might wrap us up for the day, bro. I think.
Yeah, happy days, man.
Thanks for inviting me to your home, and
it's all right, mate. Thanks for coming around. It's always good when we get to catch up.
Yeah,
have our chats.
It's one of those things like I sort of would say dread, but it's like I'm like, oh, I need to do it, like, and then like it'll happen when it happens. Yeah, it always seems to, man. Yeah, super good. Thanks again for everyone for listening.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Well, one thing we always forget is like how to find us and stuff. So
Yeah.
you could find us on YouTube at To Be Honest with Willie and Jake, Spotify, Apple Music. You can tweet us at The Honest Podcasters, I think it is.
Yeah.
You can tweet us at The Honest Podcasters. You can email us at thehonestpodcasters
Yep.
at gmail.com.
Tim.
You can find me at Wooly_90 pretty much everywhere. You can find Jake at Jakeo.
It's me.
We're out there. You'll find us.
Yeah. Doing off digging. You might find some dirt on us.
Come on, you all know how to do the old Facebook.
Yeah, everyone's all over that sort of stuff these days. So
Mind getting like a little Instagram or something set up, just pictures of our studio and throw the odd inspirational quote up or something,
Sure.
Why
Get
not?
some white girl Instagram quotes happening.
Yeah, why not, bro? Why not? Thanks again, guys. We love you all.
Thanks, guys.
Peace.
Peace.